Good evening, dear devotees and friends. Today, the Wednesday evening, and we will be discussing the Panchama Veda, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. So let us begin. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kabibhiriritam kalmashapaham sravana mangalam Sri Madatatam bhubi grinanti e bhurida janaha. Dear friends, today is the Ramanavami, a great day for the Hindus. On this day, Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra was born. So, happy Ramanavami to all of you. Before we go to the topic of discussion, a journey from the Nishtha to Prema, let us discuss about Sri Ramachandra. It is a very special day. So obviously, I thought that you will like it. And it is we like to express our gratitude, our devotion to Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra. Sri Ramachandra, born as a son of King Dasharatha and Queen Kaushalya. So it's a very, very special name, Dasharatha. And you know the name of the father of Dasharatha, the Rama's grandfather? He was Aja. Aja means unborn. So this unborn, from him, the Dasharatha, who is the Dasharatha? This body, it is having our 10 organs, 5 the knowledge of the organs of knowledge, and 5 the action. So that 5 plus 5, 10. So this is the body, is the Ratha, the chariot. So Dasharatha. So Ram was born, and I should read from here as when we are offering the pranam mantra to Sri Ramachandra, it says, who is this Rama? Yan maya bashavarti vishyamakhilam brahmadi deva sura yat sattvat amrishaiva bhati shakalam rajjau yatha he brahma yat pada plavamiva bhati hi bhavam bodhesti tirshavatam bandoham tamashesha karana param ramakhyam isham harim. This is beautifully he is mentioning. So this is Hinduism. Rama is a personal God. Rama is the 9th avatar, it is considered as the 9th avatar. The Rama is the son of Dasharatha and Kaushalya. But who is this same Rama? It says, I salute, I bow down at the feet of the Supreme Lord, known as Rama, the cause of transcending the ignorance. Bandoham, I salute. Ramakhyam, as known as Rama, Isham Harim, he is the Supreme Lord. Hari is the Lord. Isham Harim is the Supreme Lord. And who is that? Tamashesha Karana Param is the cause of transcending the ignorance. Cause of transcending the ignorance. What is the ignorance? You know, as a student of Vedanta, the knowledge of many is ignorance. Knowledge of one is knowledge. So knowledge means conception of one, idea of one, realization of one, and when that we consider as many and consider the many as real, that is ignorance. So that is the first. So I am saluting that great person, the Bandhoham Tamashesha Karana Param, because he takes me, his life, his teaching, takes me beyond the ignorance, because the Hindus, they always like to go beyond the ignorance. You know that always, every time we light the lamp. Why we light the lamp? Because that is a symbol of knowledge. The Jyoti is the light is the symbol of knowledge. Tamashesha Karana Param. And who is that? Ramakyam. Then it says, whose mysterious power controls all beings in the world, including Brahma, Devas, and devils. Yan Maya Bashabarti Bisham Akilam. Bisham, this world, Akilam, the entire universe. Brahmadi Deva Asura. Who is this Brahma? Those who know about the Hinduism, is the firstborn is the Brahma. The Supreme Lord, we don't know who, has given the name Vishnu. He first created the Brahma. And the Brahma is the firstborn, and Brahma has created the whole universe. From the Brahma, the Deva, then the divine people, Devas, and Asura, the devils, whose mysterious power control all beings. That means Brahma was created by him, that supreme being. Yat sattat amrishaiva bhati sakalam rajyo yatha he Brahma. And whose substance gives reality to all things, just as the rope does. You know, the students of Vedanta, they all know constantly, every time, the Vedantin will be giving the example of the rope and the snake. That there is a substance. What is that substance? The rope. And on that rope, through ignorance, we superimpose snake. Snake in reality is not there. So Vedanta says, the world that you see, in reality it is not there. In reality, what is there? The Supreme Brahman, the consciousness. And when this consciousness, the Supreme Brahman, that is there, on that we are superimposing this multifarious manifested world. The basis is necessary. Who is the basis? That Brahman is Sri Ramachandra. This is the conception. Then lastly it says, Yat pada plabamiba bhatihi bhavambodhesti tirshabatam, whose feet alone saves the spiritual aspirant as a boat to cross the ocean of this samsara. What is this samsara? The circle of birth and death. So this we can cross with the help of Sri Ramachandra. With the help of that Supreme Being who has taken the human form as Ramachandra. And he was born on this day, the Ramanavami day. It is famous. And his father was Dasharatha, and mother was the Queen Kaushalya. Now, about the biography, a very famous rishi, he is writing that biography. Great Rishi Valmiki. The Valmiki, as if he was sitting or alone and was thinking, when the Narada, the famous Narada, visited. The Valmiki asked Sri Narada that this is also, from here the Ramayana began with this verse. Ko osmin sampratam loke, O great Narada, as because you are traveling the whole world constantly and you keep information, you know everything, can you please tell me? The Valmiki is asking. So this is very, very important. Who is this Sri Ramachandra? He is the Supreme Brahman. Now he has taken the human form. And how we know that this is a Supreme Brahman? It says that from him only the Brahma, the gods and the devils and everything was born, and he controls every one of them. It is only through him one can cross the ocean of this world. And what is this ocean of this world? Ignorance. What is the ignorance? Conception of many. Why we seek on all this many? Because there is a basis, and that basis is truth, which never changes, which is Brahman, all pervading ever is a consciousness. Now we have given the name Sri Rama. This is one. Keeping this idea in mind, when we follow the question of the Valmiki to Narada, we will understand who is this Rama. Friends, the Rama is a very famous god among the Hindus. Sometimes some people, they do not understand which is true Rama. So Hindus should properly understand who is this Rama. In the first question that the Rishi Valmiki, who wrote the Ramayana, the biography of Sri Ramachandra, he is beginning with this question, Kosmin sampratam loke gunaban kascha viryaban dharmagyascha kritagyascha sattvako didhabrataha atmavan ko jita krodho dutiman ko anasuyakaha kasya bibhati devascha jata rosasya samyuge. It is in the Adi Parva, in the beginning of the Ramayana, first 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 verses, one line. Ko asmin sampratam loke. O Narada, do you know anyone in this present world? Asmin, now, in the present, the contemporary at the time of the Valmiki and Narada, who is, now he is asking, this is very interesting to note, what is religion? We always think that Rama is God, Rama is establishing the Dharma, Rama did kill the Ravana, this much we know. But who is this Rama on whom we should meditate? The one who is going and killing the Ravana? No. His qualities, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said again and again, Nama Guna Kirtana. One should always go on chanting the name of the Lord and at the same time go on remembering all the wonderful qualities of that God. Thousands and thousands of Hindus, they go on repeating the holy name of Sri Ramachandra. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, that is their mantra. But who is this Sri Ram? He says, O Narada, do you know anyone in the present world who is noble? Gunavan. The noble, this is a great quality. What is the nobility? He will never lower down his status. Some people may use the bad words, filthy words, but he will never do it. That is called nobility. When the Hanuman came under the guise of a Brahmin and met the first time Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana, and Rama immediately accepted him as his friend, Lakshmana was doubtful. Then the Rama told to Lakshmana, have you not noticed the way he talked? In a very noble way. The language that usually we use, that shows that how noble we are. The physical gesture and posture, the way we walk and we behave, that shows that whether you are noble or not. This is a great quality. Without this quality, one cannot become the leader of the society. if the leader of the society is also behaving like any other ordinary person, well, he's a human being. But he is not a leader. The great leader whom people will follow, who will lead the multitudes and to their salvation, to their success. He should have the first quality. It says he must have the great qualities, and it says noble. The nobility. Swami Vivekananda, he used to go to different places with other people. Then one day, when he was entering into a hotel in Paris, so far I can remember, he was entering, then the doorman told, "Sir, that you are a king." Swamiji told, "No, I am a monk. I am just a mendicant." Then he said, "I have seen the kings." In those days, the kings, they used to visit the London and the Paris and all. So naturally, the big hotel, they used to visit there. So he told him, "Say, I have seen so many kings, the noble people. I know by seeing you that you are a noble person. Because of the physically and also the behavior, the way he was talking, everything, this is noble. Can you tell me, in this present world, O Narada, is there anyone who is noble?" The first quality. Second, Viryavan, who is also heroic. The Viryavan is the heroic. Third, Dharmagascha, he is also virtuous. Kritagyascha, grateful. Sattavaka, truthful. Didhabrataha, firm on his promises. This is Didhabrata. Brata means the promise. Didha means firm. Didhabrataha. Anasuyakaha Didhabrataha, Atmavan. The Atmavan means self-confident. Jita Krodha, conqueror of anger. Dutiman, very handsome. And Anasuyakaha, forgiver of others' fault. Anasuyakaha, Kasya Bibhati Devascha Jata Roshascha Samyuge. Sometimes people, they think the very humble person, oh, he is having this quality. No, he should have the quality, if necessary, to control the others also. That personality, that strength should also be there. Not just I am showing I am humble, but in reality I am not having the strength. So that should not be. So it says like this, Kasya Bibhati Devascha Jata Roshasya Samayuge. When angry, even the gods become afraid of him. So friends, once again, we should go with these wonderful qualities of Sri Ramachandra. This is very, very important. The millions of people are today celebrating the Ramanavami. They are fasting, doing the worship, but whom they are worshipping? The son of the Dasharatha, and that much. And he married Sita. Then he went to fight with the Ravana. Is that Rama? So if we are worshipping that Rama, what we are going to get? These are the qualities of Sri Ramachandra that we must remember again and again. First, we have discussed about the nobility. Second, the heroic. He is the Viryavan. The hero is a different type. When other people are afraid to take the responsibility, he comes forward and he says, well, let me do it. This is Viryavan. This is called, and he is not tempted at all. Whatever he does with his love, with complete attention, and he will never be deviating from his own path, even standing before the death. People are giving the death threat, but even then he won't move. Or when the temptations are there, he won't budge from that. And that is called the Biryavan. Also the Dharmagyascha, virtuous. The Dharma, he knows what he should do. Look at the Ramachandra. He was knowing that he is going to be coronated the next morning. Then suddenly his father called him, and he went to the house of another mother, the third mother, and Kaikeyi, his father was there, and the father, seeing that, though he, not the father, that mother Kaikeyi called, the Ramayana, Rama went to meet the father and the mother there, but the father fainted. Sri Rama asked, what happened to my father? And the mother said, so these are the two things you must do first. You should allow she was telling, his father wants these, but the father was fainted. His father could not talk to Rama. But mother told, because your brother Bharata should be the king of this country. And look at this Biryavan, the heroic. Not that they take out the sword and kill. This is not the hero. Hero immediately accepted that. My father promised. Of course, I will go. The only 16, 17 years young man. So he newly married, loved by each and every one. When he was thinking that he is going to be the king, then suddenly this thing came on him that no, he is not going to be the king, rather he is another brother, and that was also all right, but he has to go in exile for 14 long years. And he never budged. He never cried, why? What have I done? Why this punishment on me? If the father has given the promise, doesn't mean that I have to. Never ever said anything. That is called the Biryavan. If we love Sri Ramachandra, we have to develop those qualities. Accepting any situation, happy, good situation, no problem, we are there. And very challenging, dangerous situation, no problem, we are there. That is Ramachandra. So that is the way the Gunavan, Viryavan, Dharmagyascha, Kritagyascha. He was always, this is the gratefulness, Kritagya. Swami Vivekananda said, come, become human. Esho Manusha. What does it mean? And whom he was telling? The human. Esho Manusha, he was telling to the human only. And why he said that? Who is a human? This one is Kritagyata and Shraddha. These are the two qualities. Then only we can say a human, a human. What is this Kritagyascha? The gratefulness. So when I am born, my mother and father took so much of pain to support me to survive, to grow up. Shall I forget that? Whatever may be the situation, can I forget that? This is called Kritagya. Society helped me to survive. Can I forget my society? This nature helped me to survive. Can I destroy? And I'm reminding to tell once again, in the first day of the millennium, that I went into Kachal in a ship to be witnessing the first sunrise of the millennium. So I went over there, and all people, they were enjoying. Then I was also worshipping as the Hindu they do. I was worshipping with the Ganga water pouring on the Bay of Bengal. Then some people, they asked me this question. that this is a phenomena. Hindus are a grateful society, grateful people. Then I told Sir, suppose you are very, very hungry and you are very thirsty. You are going to die without food and the water. That moment, if someone brings the food and water to you, won't you remember that person all through your life? He said, of course I will. So that is called kritagyata. That is called gratefulness. Because of the sun that is rising today, for this sun we are all surviving. If the sun is not there, each and every one will die. Everything will be extinct. We know that is a star. Even then the grateful Hindus worship the sun because of this. We know the rivers are rivers, but because of the water we are surviving, so we worship the rivers. We worship the animals because of that, the trees because of this. So this is the Vayu. Without the air, we have Brataha. And this, the truthful and the firm on his promises. Friends, again and again I feel, and I go on telling, what is Dharma? Many people, you will never find anyone who is not practicing a religion. Each and every one in the whole world, we find that these or other, we are practicing this religion. If that is so, what is that religion? Then why in this world there is no goodness we don't see in the characters of the human beings? Because we do not know what is religion. Whatever we are practicing, just like a parrot, we are going on repeating those things. And some of the things that we do, we go to the church, we go to the mosque, we go to the temple, we go to the synagogue, and we think that is religion. Religion means keeping the promises. If all the ministers, nowadays all the ministers, they are ruling the countries all over the world, at the time of becoming a minister, every time they take the oath. If all of them keep their promises, the whole country will be like the heaven. Nothing else, only keeping the promises. What you have promised by keeping the hand on the constitution, just keep those promises. The husband, when he is marrying, he is taking the oath that he will protect the wife all through his life. Like the 7 oaths the Hindus they take, and also the Catholics. But only if they keep the promises, the life will be wonderful. So that is called here it says the Didha Brataha. What is religion? Keeping the promises. Ramachandra's father, he wanted to break the promise. But Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra, who is the Vishnu embodied as the Sri Rama, so that Sri Rama told, Raghukula riti sada chali ai, prana yau baru bachan na jai. So this is called Didha Brataha. Then Atmaban. Atmaban is self-confident. Swami Vivekananda said, and his Vedanta, Vivekananda's Vedanta, nothing but self-confidence. Not ego, but the self-confidence. So Atmaban. Jita Krodha, conqueror of anger. He can control his anger. Why we are angry? Because our desires are not fulfilled. That is why we become angry. So if we can control that desire, I wanted to do it, but I could not do it, okay, no problem. Can we not? Because life is short. Everything will pass. Why we are becoming so angry, thinking that this must be done and otherwise everything will break down? Nothing is going to happen in reality. So that is the reason it says, the Atmavan Jita Krodha, Dutiman is a very good looking, very handsome. Why Dutiman? Why handsome? Because when a person is thinking positively all the time, he can control his anger, he is practicing truthfulness, mind is calm, naturally his figure, his body will be really good and handsome. People will feel to look at that. Not that all the time he'll be very fear complex and not like that. There are many monks I have seen, apparently not good looking but so handsome. If you are talking with them and then their company, you will always get inspired. So that is it's called the handsome Dutiman. And at the same time, Anasuyakaha, forgiver of others' fault, because he knows that everything is temporary. And most of the people, they cannot control their emotions. And they are jealous. They're very, very ordinary. So considering that, oh Balaha, in Sanskrit they say Balaha, the children. So they are not very angry on them and they can forgive them. It's okay, okay, don't do it again. But if necessary, these people, they can become very strong. So that's why the last it says, Kasya vibhati devascha jataroshascha samayuge. In this present world, when that person become angry, samayuge, the contemporary world, is someone is there like this, even the gods will be afraid when he is angry. So that is what he asked. So this is from where the Ramayana began. Friends, you know that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he declared one who was Rama and who was Krishna at present in this body. Jai Ram, Jai Krishna, Idaning, Ei Sharire. In Bengali he said. So who was Rama? These are the Rama. Who was Krishna? Today we are not going to discuss about the Krishna's quality, and this is the quality. It's not the Ramachandra is looks like this and he was having the bow and arrow. Why Ramakrishna is not having like that? Not like that. We should not be discussing that. The qualities of Sri Ramachandra. And if you read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, all these qualities are manifested in the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also. So he who was Rama, and in the Krishna also, all those qualities of Krishna. Krishna is Tyaga. He never accepted anything. Sri Ramakrishna, Tyagishwara. So this we can understand. And friends, Swami Vivekananda, supporting this statement of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he wrote a beautiful stotra, the sloka you can say, about Sri Ramakrishna. But it begins with Ramachandra. We will only read up to that part. Achandala apratihatarayo yasya prema prabhaha lokatita api pahahana jaho loko kalyana margam Trailokepya pratima mahima Janaki prana bandho Bhaktya jnanam brita bharavapu Sitaya yohi Rama. The next para, he speaks about the Krishna. Then he says, all these qualities are having in the Sri Ramakrishna. Achandala pratihatarayo yasya prema pravaha. It's a wonderful, the statement, wonderful quality of Sri Ramachandra. The whose flow of love reaches to unhindered to the lowest of the low. This is religion. When we can understand that he is a great soul, this is the yardstick. His love should be for each and every one, for all being. As because these people are following me, so I love them. As because this belongs to my caste and my race, so I love them. No, it cannot be a religious personality. It can be anyone. A social person. He can be like that. The people, they always think about their family, they think about their own near and dear ones. But a religious person who has realized God, who claims that he has realized God, or claim that he is a religious person, he should have this quality. Apratihatarayo yasya prema pravaha. We are celebrating the birthday of Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra. So this is the wonderful quality. He went and embraced the Guhaka Chandala. You know that in America and Europe you may not understand this because the Chandala, but here the economical gradations are there, and in India is the social according to their capacity of work and all. The Chandala, the lowest of the low in the social ranks, and what they do, they're burning the dead bodies and that the people they consider. But the God, a person of spiritual qualities, never thinks in that way. He is doing his job, what is there? So the Ramachandra goes and embraces the Guhaka Chandala. Sometimes some people, those who are following like that, they think, no, not Chandala. He is also Raja. The Guhak Raja, they have changed it for their own benefit. No. Why? That is the quality we should try to imbibe. Love for each and every one. Whether he is born in a family, which family, what type of work he is doing, it doesn't matter at all. Is he a good man? I should go and embrace. Swami Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he went to a pariah, a very low category person who used to work in the Dakshinesha temple, and cleaned his bathroom to break that ego. This is called spirituality. Let us understand this. We are thoroughly confused about the religion. Some people go against religion. They say no religion is necessary. This is the extreme, completely not understanding what is good. Suppose some people say we should not keep the fire because the fire burns, and fire burned all our building and killed so many people. So from now onwards, no fire. What you will do? You are angry with the fire, but fire has nothing to do. Misuse of the fire sometimes destroy, but proper use of the fire develops the civilization. Similarly, misuse of the religion destroy the whole human society. A proper utilization of the religion transform the human being to divine personalities. And how we will properly utilize the religion? By understanding what is religion. How we will understand what is proper religion? By understanding the characters of these great personalities like Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra. Friends, this is a very important thing, and on this I am very happy that I could share my thoughts about Sri Ramachandra with you all today on this holy occasion. And we were reading in the Gospel of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and today's talk was a journey from Nishtha to Prema. I will read from the page 680 of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and he is talking with the devotees and mentioning here, Nishtha leads to bhakti. Bhakti, when mature, become bhava. Bhava, when concentrated, become mahabhava. And the last of all is prema. So it is a journey from Nishtha, a Sanskrit word, up to the prema. In between, how many words are there? How many conditions are there? Slowly growing to prema, but the Nishtha is to bhakti. And we always begin with the bhakti, devotion, the path of devotion and all that. But before the bhakti, we need the Nishtha. What is this Nishtha? Is regular practice. Regular practice. Guru has asked me to take the name of Lord every morning and evening and whenever I am free. Whether I feel whether transformation is coming or not, don't bother about that. Go on taking the name of God regularly, every time, as best as possible, as the instruction of the Guru has given. You must see your Ishta Devata or Devi within your heart and take the name of that God or Goddess. You should try to visualize the mantra that the Guru has given. You should try to withdraw the mind at least for a few minutes from the sense objects. Has he not told that? Just do that. This is called Nishtha. I have been asked to get up in the morning, I will get up in the morning. I have been asked to sit for meditation, I will sit. Whether the mind is concentrated or not, whether the mind is thinking this or that, it doesn't matter. I will go on doing it. Ma Sharadamani Devi, she has given a beautifully expressed this. And how to grow the devotion? Mother's answer, if you are going on handling the flowers, then the beautiful fragrance of the flower will come into your hand. Then not the flower, your hand, if you smell, it will give that fragrance of the flowers. That means going on handling. Similarly, you have to go on practicing. This is called Nishtha. With faith and with proper method, we should go on practicing. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he gave some of the examples of this Nishtha. Those who have read the Gospel, you must be knowing. Then he told there were two farmers, and it was a dry time. There was no water in the field. So both the farmers, they went to the nearby river and was going on cutting a small channel, bringing the water from the river to his own field. So both of them, they were working from the morning. Then in the noon time, their wives, they came out, usually in the villages, in India they do, I've seen them. So the wives, they brought the water and the food, and one wife told her husband, enough, how long you will work like this? Come and take the food, take little rest, then you can work. And okay, you have come, you are asking. So he left the job over there unfinished and came, sat under a shadow of a tree, and then ate and drank the water and felt tired and slept over there, and it became evening. He could not bring the water to his own field. But the another one, when his wife tried to pursue, the other, look at that man, he has taken food, taking rest. Why you are working like devil? He came running as if to beat the wife and told, how can you say like that? There is not a grain, the morsel of food, and we have taken the loan. And look at the dry weather. We don't know when it is going to rain. If we cannot cultivate, then what will happen? We don't have any other resource. And you ask me to eat and sleep? How can I do that? I must go. And then he went on digging the channel. Then ultimately he was successful to bring the water from the river to his own field. And when he heard the water is flowing, and he felt so happy. In the meantime, his wife was afraid. She went back to the home. He came back and he kept his spade and said, "Well, now give me some food." He went for bathing and with a fresh mind and a happy mind. So this is called Nishtha. Once I have taken up, I should go on continue till my death. So that is called Nishtha. And continuously when we are going on doing the spiritual practices, maybe in the beginning it is so boring, but still if we can do it, then will come, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna says, to bhakti, to devotion. We have not seen God. We have not talked with Him. Only we have heard. And on the basis of that, we have to develop devotion for the God. So naturally in the beginning it is, you have to give tremendous effort, because all the nature all around will go on insisting you need not to do anything. Forget about all those. Nothing is going to happen. Many people, they say, "Swamiji, I have tried for 2-3 years. Now nothing has happened, so I think we should switch over to another ism." So from this ism to that ism to that ism, so many religions they are going on trying, but never getting the real test of religion. That is why the initiation is necessary. Some people they say, why without Guru also we can realize God? That's great. If you can do that. Raman Maharshi had that. That is okay. If you think that it is possible for you, of course. Otherwise, in general, it is necessary to have the Guru. Why? When you are accepting the Guru, but one must be careful when choosing the Guru. And sometimes some people, religion is not at fault, but the people, they misuse the religion. So you have to be very careful. So how you will know the good person? Whether he has love for each and everyone, first. Whether he is free from desire. If he goes on hankering for this, name, fame, this, that, I think you should be careful. The religion is like this. Well, those who are in the politics, they should go for the name, fame. And that is the main reason they are going for that. In the business, they should go for the profit. That is the main reason for the business. But those in the spiritual life, claiming that they are the gurus, they can lead the others, these two qualities is a must. Other people, whether they have that type of qualities or not, it doesn't matter. A doctor, whether in character also very good, it doesn't matter. In his own or in her own profession, if they are perfect, it's okay. But in spiritual life, this purity is the first thing. And how you will know that he is pure? Not that he has bathed in the Ganga and these, that, no, not apparent. You have to see the work that he is doing. So is he loving each and every one? Then only. Oh, my disciples, so I only love them. Oh, you are not my disciple, so don't come. That means he has not developed the spiritual quality. And that is the way you have to understand. So that is the reason you have to accept in this way, and then only after accepting the Guru, if you follow him with Nishtha, a repeated practice, then slowly devotion will come. Friends, we have seen Ma Sharada Muni's life. She was not knowing Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Forget about their divine nature. As just a human being, Sri Ramakrishna, he is coming from Dakshinesha, is a boy from the priest family. Ma Sharada Muni Devi's mother was also a Brahmin, a priest, and she was only 6-year-old girl, not knowing anything. But she knew that as a Hindu girl, you have to go to the husband's house and you have to adopt all those qualities. You have to do like this, behave like that. So slowly she started thinking about Sri Ramakrishna, saw Sri Ramakrishna, and then heard from him. Then she was going on remembering the Sri Ramakrishna. Then afterwards, when the information started coming that Sri Ramakrishna has become mad because he is behaving in this way, that way, most of you know because you have read the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. When he was practicing, ordinary people couldn't understand, so they were thinking that he has gone mad. Information came, it reached to that village, and the little girl of hardly 10, 11, 12 years, and she was thinking, what has happened to that great person? He was so lovable. He used to take care of me. He used to talk to me so nicely. Then she started thinking, well, even if he has lost the mental balance, as a wife, this is the time I must go and stand by his side and serve him. See the association slowly, and the Nishtha, Poti Nishtha. Sri Ramakrishna also, this is the way we can understand. Nishtha means accepting one ideology and practicing regularly without fail. So we should have to make a routine and follow the routine in the beginning of the spiritual life. This is very, very essential. And slowly, as the Guru says, and in the Ramakrishna mission, they have developed the routine for the monastic life. Those who come in the beginning, so slowly. And from the Nishtha comes devotion. Devotion is bhakti. Bhakti, still we have not seen that person, the God. But we can imagine he will be like this. And with that imagination, I feel joy. Thinking about him, talking about him, reading about him, hearing about him. So this is the bhakti. So the mind is slowly withdrawing from the sense objects and focusing on that particular subject. That is called the bhakti. We were talking about the Sri Ramachandra. And in the jungle, when he was searching his wife, because she was abducted by the Ravana, and Ramachandra and his brother, they were going on searching, they were going on inquiring, then ultimately reached to a place where they met Hanumana. The first meeting, Hanumana came, he was a yogi, he could change his form. We should not think the Hanumana means all these animals that we see in the trees, in the jungle. No, they are not. They were they are all human beings, but they used to love that monkeys. So they thought themselves in that way. It is in the tradition, if we read, the many the tribals, they used to have like that, a symbol. Even in the modern society also, all the kingdoms, all the countries, nations, they have the symbol. So what does it mean? The symbol is not that. So this Hanumana, they used to have the symbol of the monkeys because they were yogis. And what the yogi they do, most of them, Hanumana himself was a great yogi. What do? They control their senses. And the mind is just like the monkey. The monkey cannot sit quiet, constantly doing something or thinking something. So they thought, I am a monkey, I am in this wretched condition. From here I have to become a yogi, I have to control my sense organs and slowly control it. So that is the symbol monkey. And we are thinking that he is a monkey. It's not. Monkey god and all that, nothing like that. He was a human being. The whole clan was human. And there are many others. Swami Vivekananda also said that no animal can control their mind. Hanuman was a great yogi. He started his love for Sri Ramachandra. First time when he met Sri Ramachandra, he talked with him. From there, the devotion started flowing. And his Nishtha, his all wholehearted service. When the Sri Rama told why you are serving the other person, because he is in exile, his elder brother is powerful, he has captured the whole kingdom and banished him. Why you are serving as a minister to this person? I gave the word, Nishtha, sincerity. I have given the word. I must continue. The friends, we will discuss about it, particularly this journey from Nishtha to Prema, maybe in our next class. So, thank you now up to this today. May you all be blessed by the blessings of Lord Sri Ramachandra. May you all develop the qualities that our great God Sri Ramachandra is having. Just now we have heard from the Valmiki and Narada. Narada gave in 1, 2, 3 lines. Yes, all these qualities I have seen in a young man. He is the son of Dasharatha. That is the Ramayana. So these all qualities is Sri Ramachandra. And at the same time, he is beyond these qualities. He is manifesting these qualities in the human form. And when we are developing these qualities, it doesn't mean that ends over there. No. Then only we are understanding the greatness of the Supreme, the spirituality. Then only all these great qualities, when manifested in one, the great quality will give us that idea. Then afterwards, we go above these qualities. Qualities means duality. Duality means fear. And the fear means divisions there. So we have to go to the one, the Supreme Brahman, which Sri Ramachandra actually is. It's a long journey. The friends, we should have to go together, and in our effort, we pray to Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra and Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. So let us conclude with the Sri Ramakrishna's mantra. Niranjanam nittam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.